What do you consider your essential motorcycle gear? At-gat, all the gear, all the time. We've got you convinced, haven't we? Safety's sake, safety above all. What do you think are those pieces of gear that you should never leave behind when you hop on that hot rod bike of yours? Let's talk about it. Is it gloves? Is it your boots? Is it your helmet? Is it your jacket? We've got other things to consider, don't we? We've got pads in our motorcycle pants. Let's talk about another thing. Earplugs. Even a ride around the corner on your motorcycle cumulatively can do damage to your hearing. What I have here are the Selouj earplugs. We've already gone over these. We've determined they fit nicely under a helmet and that they're reputed to have a 45 dB drop in the sound coming to you. That's enough to take you from the danger zone into the rider's be cool zone. I had a chance to go out and ride with these on the bike today. I've got to say, I like them a lot. Let's talk earplugs. Why wear them? To protect your hearing. Do you know how to tell a motorcyclist, especially an old-time motorcyclist that hasn't been wearing earplugs? I'll tell you how. He's the one that's going to be saying, "What'd you say?" Pretty much all the time. How long does that take? That depends upon you, the strength of your hearing, and how loud of an environment you've been in for how long. No doubt, all adults will suffer some hearing loss over their life. Put them on a motorcycle, put them in a noisy environment, they're going to suffer more than the average. What can we do? Well, like I said, what do you consider your most important pieces of gear? Earplugs. Let's talk about what I consider the gold standard of earplugs. I consider this guy right here and his brother right here the gold standard of earplugs. Why are they the gold standard? They're custom fit, it's a mold that's poured into your ear, and they really, really do bring down the ambient noise, particularly when you're motorcycle riding, shooting guns, or other particularly loud occupations or avocations. So, what are the drawbacks? Well, the drawbacks are these are expensive. They're also a little big. They're also a little bulky. It takes about a half an hour to get fitted for one of these, and typically you do it at a gun show or perhaps a motorcycle show. And you have to sit there, they pour the mold in your ear, you let it harden, and then they take the mold out of your ear, and voila, you have a very custom fit earplug. However, remember, expensive, and for all day use, can get a little bit intrusive into your ear. All right, what do we have as an alternative? I was recently offered a set of earplugs to try out by a company called Selouj, S-E-L-O-U-J. You can get them on Amazon. And what caught my eye was the fact they claim a 45 decibel, 45 dB noise reduction. Let's go back to one of the subjects we had earlier. What makes an excellent earplug? A, does it work? If it works, you got a starting. Anyway, if it doesn't work. So what does it mean that it works? Well, 25 dB should be a minimum threshold for the amount of noise that it will suppress. Any less than that, and while they do help, you're not going to get down into that safe long-term exposure limit for us mere human beings. The other thing, is it comfortable to wear? Now, we talked about those golden standard earplugs, and they go in, but if you're in them all day long, they can get a little bit uncomfortable. And my experience is that if it's uncomfortable, you're not going to wear it. C, can you fit it under a helmet? A lot of helmets, you put an earplug in, and that helmet presses on that earplug, and after a few miles, you really wonder why you've done it. They need to go under a helmet. They need to slip right into place when you put the helmet on, and they need to stay right in your little old ears when you take the helmet off. That's just minimums. And the last item is, are they easy to carry? Will you pick them up and put them in a pocket, and will they be easy to find and easy to carry? Well, I think Selouj has done a pretty good job here, and I'm going to recommend these earplugs to my audience. These earplugs do fit into a case that is easy to carry around. They go right into your ear. They allow a helmet to go on and off, and you can do that without having them pop out of your ear. And up to 45 dB of noise suppression, that's outstanding. Now, I don't have a way to measure that is actually 45 dB. All I can do is try it and subjectively compare them to other earplugs I've worn and my gold standard earplugs, and see if I think they're a little more quiet or that much more quiet. And I've got to say, I just spent some time out on the motorcycle, and guess what? I think these are that much more quiet than standard type earplugs that you can get. So I'm going to go with these little guys, and I'm going to say, if you're looking for an earplug that fits into a case and suppresses that noise and is comfortable, you could do a lot worse. Selouj. And I would recommend you give them a try, and I wish you a lot of luck with these, and don't leave home without ear protection. What do you say? Hey, hope to see you out on the open road real soon. Take care out there and ride safe.